picked up those first 2 fouls. Like, that's super tough. I think it was less than a minute, and I believe it was 58 seconds. Do you, because you're such a competitor, do you have to mentally kind of shift into a different space, or do you just kind of say, I just got to play my game?
I tried. I tried. You know, it's tough. You don't want to lose too much aggressiveness. I think that was probably the toughest part. Is we were already on our heels a little bit. Our defense was a step slow, so just trying to set the tone. And I carry a lot of weight for this team, a lot of different areas, and one of those is being locked in on defensive end. So just trying to make plays. Got caught up in there. A couple of them, I wouldn't argue. A couple of them, we'll move on. It's game's over. There's nothing we can do about it now. But definitely it's hard to play that way.
In your experience, what's the biggest key to the response with just a day here to kind of get back on track?
I mean, you gotta trust the film. Everybody stay emotionally locked in, stay level-headed. Don't get too carried away. There's no drastic assumptions or conclusions we need to come to. We watch the film, see where we were bad, and we were bad in a lot of areas defensively, and see where we can be better, see what adjustments we can make, and then you go out there with the same intensity and energy and effort, if not more, for game two.
I don't want to get you in any trouble, but is it tough to find that balance in terms of the physicality? You know you guys need to be physical, especially with this team, but you also know that you don't want these guys to live on the line.
Yeah, well, there's different ways to do that, right? I mean, I think I've been a pretty good defender in this league for a few years now, so I feel like I know how to defend without fouling. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I didn't foul anybody tonight. That would not be true. But at the end of the day, I think it's a tight line, fine line. You got to try to walk to be aggressive and make plays on the ball, but also adjust to the way the whistle's going. So they were really locked in and laser eye vision tonight to make some of those calls, and you got to live with it. So not my best defensive performance. Not happy about it, but again, there's a lot of basketball left to play, and I'll let you guys talk about the officiating a little bit more. I don't know if the fines are the same on the other side of the table, so you guys have fun. I got to get some different angles. I watched them from the game angle after the game, so I'm not too upset about it. I feel like I was right.
Did it feel like you guys lost yourselves a little bit, especially in that first half? They didn't commit any turnovers. They won the rebounding battle. Were those things that they sort of made a concerted effort to take away from you, or how did you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say we lost ourselves. I think we just weren't ourselves in a lot of areas. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's just being disruptive. Again, I think a lot of what we do is predicated on our aggressiveness and our length and making plays on the ball, causing turnovers, blocking shots. And I think whether that was jitters from some of the newer guys or the whistle or whatever the case may be, we're just a little slow, a little behind. They were more physical. They won the physicality battle. And you can argue about officiating all day, but there's still ways to be physical without fouling, and they won that battle tonight.
What are you guys going to have to do going forward to kind of contain Maxi's speed?
Just guard him a little bit better. I think he found cracks in the defense and kind of our game plan. Obviously we loaded up a ton on Joel and loaded up a ton on James, and he was able to find success in the cracks and the creases. Just got to guard him better, give him a little bit more attention. He's a heck of a player. He had an amazing, almost damn near perfect game tonight. So give him credit. Obviously we'll show him a lot more attention going forward, but it's one game.
Obviously, you have to hope that Scotty is okay and that it's better than it looked, but how tough was it to see him go down like that?
It's just tough, man. The kid is playing his heart out. He actually was playing really well. He was keeping us steady there for a while with his playmaking. They're going to try to take me away and load up on Pascal, and Scotty was the third guy there for a long time. So you feel for him, man. He's his first playoff experience. He's playing well. He goes down with an injury. That's the part of the game that sucks. So we'll see what the images say and what the doctors say, and get him some rest and try to get him back out there.
Yeah, Nick was saying how good they played and basically kind of chose to go that way rather than sort of crap all over you guys.
Yeah.
Did it feel that way? Like, was it just them having that sort of super good night, or?
I mean, Mike, it's both, right? You know, I think that's a great way to look at it. I mean, when you look at 51% from the field, 16 for 32, they had 10 offensive rebounds. They only missed 5 free throws. They had 3 turnovers on the game. 3. I mean, I don't know if it gets much better than that. So we certainly helped them a lot in those areas, but they played a heck of a game. So give them credit. We'll lace them up on Monday and give it another shot.
Okay, we'll go to online questions. Josh, anybody there?
Yeah, Michael Branch, go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Fred. What did you think of the way, Embiid really came out and physically wanted to impose himself on the offensive glass? He put a couple of guys on the floor. What is it like dealing with that when he's in that kind of mood? And how do you kind of respond? How do you kind of let them know that, he's not going to have his way like that?
Yeah, I think you just gotta send more bodies. We gotta be more physical. We didn't really answer the call there in the paint, like we normally do. He had his way a little bit there, but I thought we guarded him pretty well. We got the ball out of his hands. We were able to disrupt him a little bit, change his rhythm, and the other guys, really played well. Everybody pretty much who stepped in shot, 50% or better, other than Danny. So I think the other guys really, made plays off of him. But again, we don't have a body that looks like that on our roster, so it's going to take 2 and 3. Sometimes a swarm around there, and again, back to kind of how the game was going from a whistle standpoint. It was a little harder to get our physicality back once he already established his, and they were able to carry that for the rest of the game.